If your girlfriend told you a story about her past that disgusted you, and now you're so frustrated by it that you can't stop thinking about it, then you might be struggling with retroactive jealousy. What's up? I'm Moses Emmett. I'm a husband, a father, and a relationship coach, and I believe that family is the backbone of society and that everyone should have the opportunity to develop the skills they need to maintain a healthy relationship. So, if you're interested in learning how to overcome the many challenges that come with being in a relationship, then consider hitting that subscribe button. In this video, I want to share with you what retroactive jealousy is, why it's completely normal to experience it in a relationship, and most importantly, what you can do to stop it from wreaking havoc on your relationship. Retroactive jealousy, it pops into your life unexpectedly, usually under one circumstance, and that's after you already have feelings for someone. It's unmistakable. Think about it. Like when you're first dating someone, you're just starting to get to know them, you're taking them out, you're just learning their story, but you're not really that attached to them. Now, as soon as you start building that emotional bond, that's usually when retroactive jealousy appears. For example, think about the last time you were hanging out with some chick who's just part of your friend group and you're strictly friends, right? You're just buddies, and she starts going on about some guy telling the story about how she had this big fling with him, and she goes into excessive detail about this fling. Damn! What do? What's your initial response to that? You're probably like, yeah, giving her a high five and everything. Hearing that story is definitely not affecting you negatively. But let's do a little switcheroo. Imagine that was your girlfriend telling you that story.
What?
Now, what was just a friendly little hilarious story that ended in a high five is now like in a straight up horror story. Now you're in disbelief, probably silence, as you sit there and contemplate whether you even know this person. What I found talking to a number of people about retroactive jealousy and even taking inventory of my own dating experience is that there seem to be a few common situations that might cause you to experience retroactive jealousy. Hearing about how many guys your girlfriend slept with, learning specific details about an ex-lover, about their body, how much money they have, stuff like that, that your girlfriend's attracted to or still in love with someone from her past, or the worst of all, you find out your girlfriend did some strange, wild, crazy thing in the bedroom with someone else, but she won't do it with you. Am I right? Which one's the worst though? Leave me a comment and tell us what you think in the comment section below. Which one would trigger you the most if you heard it? Regardless of which one is actually the worst though, the outcome is always the same. You're left feeling self-conscious, angry, maybe even undesirable. And although it's perfectly normal to feel these feelings, what you're feeling isn't necessarily healthy or true. It's normal for us to focus all our energy on fixing something when it's not right. But when the issue is something you can't change because it occurred in the past, then we're left with like anxiety, anger, and no immediate way to really resolve it. And if you watch this video because that's how you feel right now, then hit that like button. Because I want to tell you something, you're not alone. Every guy who's currently in a relationship has walked down this road and battled their version of retroactive jealousy. If you made it this far into the video, I'm going to assume that you don't want to dump your girlfriend and you believe the relationship is still salvageable. Yeah, I think you're ready to hear what's going on behind those intrusive thoughts. Retroactive jealousy, in my opinion, is an indicator of a much deeper feeling that you're wrestling with. Could be love, could be lust. Whatever that feeling is for you, it feels really good, right? And this person, they're making it happen. So in your mind, they're really special. And this feeling, it was already rising to the surface when you heard whatever news it was that stopped it in its tracks. Now you might be questioning everything, the relationship, this person. The onset feelings of retroactive jealousy come out because you were put in a vulnerable position that you weren't really prepared for. Let's face it, it's too late and you're already hurt. And your initial response may be to lash out in anger, reject the person that hurt you, maybe get extremely overprotective and start snooping around, checking phones, social media, trying to prove or disprove something. But none of that's gonna make it better. There's only two ways to solve this in a healthy way. You tell her you're having a rough time processing whatever event in her past is making you feel so uneasy and that you need more information. Or you can take it in a complete different direction altogether and you can ask her to stop sharing specific details about her past with you. Look, there's nothing wrong with saying you're uncomfortable hearing about certain things in her past. Maybe you've reached your limit and you don't want to hear anything else and you just want to focus on the present. Whatever you choose to do, whatever you choose to say, you're gonna wanna pay close attention to how she responds. Because if she blows you off, that might be a sign that she doesn't really care as much as you thought, and maybe she really does have something to hide. Now, if she respects you and cares about you, she's gonna be interested in protecting her character and the relationship. See, she doesn't want you thinking about things that are not going to be really conducive to the relationship. See, if you're walking around moping around bitter, depressed, acting sad, that's not helpful. She doesn't want you feeling like that. A really good girlfriend's going to emphatically tell you that she's not in love with her ex, unless she still is. She's going to protect what she values, and that's either going to be the relationship or her own interests. That's why retroactive jealousy can actually be useful. You can use it to identify red flags that allow you to cut ties peacefully, or you can give yourself an opportunity to take the relationship to the next level. And one more thing. Remember that your value isn't tied to what she thinks of you. Your value is tied to what you bring to the world around you and what you think of yourself. Because at the end of the day, her past doesn't really matter, but your future does. You got this. All right, I'll see you in the next video.